everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Katarina. Today's video is going to be the second update for my 2023 pan palette. This year I am panning the Too Faced chocolate bar palette. I am also choosing a companion palette for some months, but I didn't have one for February. However, I am also doing a build your own palette, which I will switch up seasonally. So I will show you the progress with my build your own palette after showing the progress with my actual pan palette. Before getting into my update, I just want to mention that pan palette is a project created by Ember F, so I will link Ember down below. I will also link down below my pan palette playlist. So yeah. Let's get into it. I'm pretty excited about my progress, so let me show you what my palette looked like a month ago. And here is what the palette is looking like today, so I hope you can see that I was able to hit one new pan here. So yeah, I will put here pictures of what the palette looked like a month ago and what it looks like right now. So let's talk about the progress. So one new pan, I did hit pan on the side Black Forest Truffle. I mainly used it as my liner. And then another bigger change that you can see is that I have expanded the pan a lot on Strawberry Bonbon, and I was able to hit a side pan on the top. I have also tried to focus on Cherry Cordel and Amaretto, but with those the pan is still really far away. Plus, I got to say during the past month or so I have been doing a lot of no makeup looks or really light toned eyeshadow looks where I have not worn shades that deep. Today I'm wearing Milk Chocolate and Semi-Sweet on the crease, Cherry Cordel on the outer V, blended a little bit into the crease. Then I wanted to wear these kind of like burgundy shades, but I didn't want to make this look too cool or too pink. So I decided to wear Creme Brulee on the inner part of my lid. And I got to say, although the color combination kind of works, it's not my favorite of all times. Typically I would prefer to pair a golden eyeshadow like this with more kind of like neutral basic brown mattes rather than something that pulls burgundy, but it still works. I'm not hating the look, it's just not my favorite. And then I am wearing Amaretto on the outer part of my lid, and then I am also wearing Champagne Truffle as my eyeliner, and on the face I'm wearing Strawberry Bonbon as my blush, and then I'm wearing Champagne Truffle as my highlighter, both on the inner corner and on my face. So yeah, I'm wearing quite a few shades from this palette. Oh, and then of course Triple Fudge I'm wearing on my brows. That's something I do wear on my brows nearly every day nowadays. But yeah, I'm really pleased with the progress. The only like true goal that I had was to hit pan on Black Forest Truffle. Then I wanted to focus on the more romantic shades, and I did. Let's quickly talk about the goals that I do have for the next month. The biggest goal that I have is that I want to hit pan on Creme Brulee. I'm really starting to miss doing kind of like warmer eyeshadow looks. I have been doing quite a bit of pink toned light pink makeup looks, and I'm just kind of starting to be a little bit bored of them. I'm still going to keep doing them, but I also want to do some warmer toned makeup looks here and there. So I do want to hit pan on Creme Brulee. And you know, I don't think the pan is far away from this. You don't necessarily see it in the pictures, but the shade has worn down a lot. It's just a shade that I use either with my finger or with a flat white brush. So it wears down more evenly than the deeper shimmers, for example, where you can see a dip, but it is because I have focused my brush on the certain spot, and that's not the case with Creme Brulee. Marzipan was the first pan on this palette that I hit, and the pan actually happened kind of suddenly. I really didn't expect it because there wasn't a clear dip on the eyeshadow. But yeah, I think that's going to be the same thing with Creme Brulee, and I'm sure I can hit the pan during the next month. Another goal that I do have for the month of March is that I want to focus on the pinks. So Strawberry Bonbon and Champagne Truffle. Strawberry Bonbon I want to finish. I probably could do it in March if I really pushed myself, but I don't feel like doing that because, as I said, I also want to do some warm toned makeup looks here and there. So, you know, if I can use up about half of Strawberry Bonbon, I would be really pleased with that. But I totally want to work on that. I do want to get it used up during the springtime. And then Champagne Truffle I want to focus on. I probably will keep using it as my everyday highlighter, unless I'm going for something clearly more warm toned. In that case I probably will use a warmer toned highlighter too. But if I'm going for a pinky makeup look, this is for sure what I will use as my highlighter, and hopefully I could hit pan on this shade during springtime. So yeah, that is where I am with the chocolate bar. Really excited about the progress. I'm still really much enjoying the palette. But now I do notice that I don't want to focus on the kind of like romantic stuff anymore quite as much. And I maybe want to explore the warm side of the palette a little bit more. So I think that's something I will do during the next month. So I didn't have a companion palette for February because I really wanted to focus on the chocolate bar, and I don't want to pick a companion palette for March either because, you know, I think I do have enough with the chocolate bar, and I want to focus on the build your own palette. So let's talk about that. I will just put up here a picture what the palette looks like right now, or maybe a comparison, I'm not sure. But there's not really much happening here right now progress wise. I have been able to expand the pan with the two eyeshadows that are in my 23 in 2023. So Lucius from the KVD Shade and Light palette and Safe Word from the J-Star and Regini palette. But I'm more focusing on the progress of those shades in the 23 in 2023 project pan. So I will be switching up this palette in the end of March. I will probably do it before the next update so that I can show the new color story that I have in the next update. However, I will of course show you pictures what this palette looks like before switching up the color story. I don't think that it's really realistic to hit any new pans or anything like that. However, I do have one goal, and the goal is that before switching up the color story, I do want to use every shade on this palette at least once. And that's because I picked here some colors that I thought I would enjoy during winter time, but unfortunately I have not used nearly all of these shades. You know, for example, the red shades in here, I have not used them, although I thought they would be great during the Valentine's season. Unfortunately, I have just not done makeup looks like that where I would use these shades. I think, you know, this kind of reds require on me at least more like a full glam look. They're not something I would just wear on an everyday look and, you know, try to pull it off. Red eyeshadow is something that it can so easily make me look sick, so I really need to put some extra effort in a look like that. But yeah, I want to use all of these shades at least once before redoing the palette, and yeah, that's really the goal that I have. But yeah, from this palette during the past month, I will say Luna is probably the one I have been using the most outside of the two eyeshadows that are in my 23 in 2023. So Luna is from the Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadow line. I'm so sad Makeup Geek went out of business because I think this is a great metallic eyeshadow formula, but this is a beautiful cooler toned rose gold. As I said, I'm starting to crave warm eyeshadows more. However, I do still think that I can get some wear out of Luna before redoing the palette, and Luna is something I might even pick to my spring build your own palette. But yeah, this is where the palette is right now, and we will see where it is in the end of the month, and I will also switch up the color story before the next update. I'm also really excited about that. But yeah, that's everything for today. Thank you for watching this video. As I said, the big goal that I do have for the next update is to hit pan on the shade Creme Brulee on the chocolate bar, and I also do want to focus on the pinks. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please put thumbs up and see you on my next video. Bye bye.